how do we make scientific discovery possible for blind people? My name is Dan Gardner. I'm the CEO of ViewPlus Technologies. ViewPlus was founded by my parents, really after my dad went blind. He was a physics professor at Oregon State and went blind. And one of the things he searched the world for was a way to access the information. He was a researcher.
So the ViewPlus Color InkConnect is unique in that it attaches to a Braille embosser. This is used in a classroom environment so that the students can feel the dots on the page while the teacher can actually see what the students are reading.
Our goal with our product was to make it so that it was something that would create tactographics, Braille, and have the options for ink so that it would be an inclusive product and it would be affordable and possible to use in the classroom, as well as be accessible so that a blind person could use it for their career.
Simplexity has several engineers, formerly from HP, who developed HP inkjet printers.
I chose to work with Simplexity on the Color InkConnect product because they were willing to listen to what my needs were, and we came up with a wonderful solution.
We had to develop a printer module that fit onto the back of an embosser, and what this did is it actually sat between the main computer and the embosser, interpreted all the communication on the USB channel, pulled out the color portion of the print job, printed it, and then controlled the embosser at the same time.
The first experience with Simplexity was amazing. Like every week and almost every day in the beginning was getting updates as to things that had been found and solved. They were able to listen to what I was trying to do and provide the technical resources, the expertise, and also the project management piece to it, to make this to where I could focus on what I was good at and they could handle a lot of the other pieces.
For the ViewPlus Color InkConnect, the firmware project primarily involved writing some real-time firmware in C to control the servos. Those have to run in real time. And then it also involved writing Linux firmware to interact with all of the IOs. So we actually had a Linux operating system running on one CPU and a real-time operating system running on the other CPU.
So the challenge that we have in a lot of our projects is getting something affordable for our volume. And Simplexity brought expertise in helping us to make those trade-offs in a way. So whether it's off-the-shelf electronic boards, buying an existing printer and using parts from it, using prototype plastic molds on the mechanical side. So I guess electrical, firmware, mechanical. And so we did a rapid prototype and it came in on time, under budget.
So for the mechanical engineering on this project, Simplexity had to take a typical printer that's 8.5 inches wide, and we had to widen it out to 11.5 inches to match the Braille embosser width so that we could print out images on it. We had a mechanical engineer who designed the actual mechanism and the case parts. Another challenge we had on this project is that we had to support a huge variety of print modes, such as single-sided and double-sided, and we had to pipeline the whole system so that we wouldn't waste paper. So Simplexity solved this challenge by actually creating simulations on a computer so we could run all of these different print modes without actually using the Braille embosser and wasting paper. And once we debugged it in the simulation, we could run on the real system, and most of those modes just worked.
Simplexity's role during the prototyping and testing was pretty much everything. Simplexity took care of the prototyping, well, building, collecting all the pieces, and really also testing the prototype. I would definitely recommend Simplexity if you're considering doing outsourced engineering projects. The project management piece was key for us. The staying under budget was key for us, and the technical expertise.
Simplexity, simplifying the complex.